What's going on, gang? We'll need be. Is our bot able to handle rate limiting errors like this and wait for a minute until it goes back down instead of just constantly trying over and over and over again and getting stuck? So, what's going on, gang? What we're working on today is a couple interesting things. So, here, let me switch the camera. Let's write it down together. Yeah, here's my webcam. So, I don't know why that's in such a terrible resolution. Okay, let's write down our goals together. So, what I want today is we're getting to the point with our bot where it's good, I would say. There's still some obvious problems. I think the biggest problem for me is sizing and formatting issue. But honestly, that's a pretty easy fix. I think I'll write it down here. Font size issue. And so, I don't know, maybe pull exact prompt and gen manually. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to fix it. In terms of the other things I want to do today is I want to upload first campaign version using our bot generated for one of my clients that I'm currently running ads for. I want to prove that these hooks work. Second thing is VSL. So I'm scripting it. I was in the middle of scripting it before we got on here, and I want to finish scripting it. I'm using ChatGPT just to make a base for it, and then I'll dump it into Google Slides, and I'll just fix it from there. There's there's going to be issues anytime you do anything with AI, so I'm just going to fix it from there. Next, I want to start working on the bot that basically does fulfillment automatically. Auto fulfill bot. How this is going to work is this is going to be using Google Sheets as the base, basically. And then it's going to basically, we're going to have a VPS that connects to Cursor through SSH to write code. Which I already have a VPS that I bought for something else, but I'm just going to use it again for this because I already own it, and there's no reason not to use it. And then, I thought about this a lot. For this bot specifically, I want to use it with code. I thought about building it out with N8N. I thought about building it out with Zapier and Make. I don't want to. I want to use code. Code is more flexible. I can do more with it. I've proven that I can vibe code, and I can figure out what I can figure it out, basically. So I don't want to use Zapier or Make or whatever. So we're gonna start working on the autofulfill bot. I doubt we're gonna finish it. I have a basic sort of idea summary for how I want it to go. And then also I would also like to start cold DMs. That's something I do want to try. So I think these are going to be the main things. We're going to script, record /script VSL, and then I'm going to send it to my editor, and I'm just going to have him edit it as as you would a real VSL. Basically for the VSL, there's going to be 2 different tests that I'm going to run. This is just what I'm going to say to you guys. I'm not going to write this down because I don't think I'm going to get to this today. Oh, also, I have like 3 more sales calls. I had a guy this morning, he no-showed because he couldn't figure out how Google Meet works. And I even called him and he just didn't respond. So he just gave up, basically. So I'm not interested in quitters. But if you guys want to know something interesting, something that I'm interested in trying, I will not do this right now because I don't believe in putting the cart before the horse, even though I think it'd be really cool. I'm not going to build it out right now. But basically, long-term big goal, and I'm going to add this to the long-term big goal, is automated prospect fulfill. The fuck? Oh, weird. To fulfill. So how this will work is I want to set up a Angie style just sign up option. So this is only for min 10 proven clients. This is the scary part about automation, is that it puts a lot of stuff out of your hands, and I do not believe in putting stuff out of my hands right now. I just straight up like don't believe it. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anyway. I'm gonna make that better. So I don't believe it, but that's going to be basically the next thing. There we go. But that's basically going to be the next thing. So once we have minimum 10 proven clients, my goal is basically just to literally have a sign-up page for our system where somebody can just put in their business details, put in everything that we need to know, EIN, etc., whatever the fuck, just all that shit. And then it literally goes like, the idea is pretty cool. And like, it really only works for a PPL thing because we don't have like a firm setup fee. The thing that would change here is it would probably be like $100 setup. And this is just to get people that are motivated. Even though this is going to decrease conversions, because right now I'm getting people booked in a call for like really, really fucking cheap. It's like $10 per. And we have like a 50% show rate. And out of those, I close about 60-80%. So realistically, it cost me, what was that, 2? So out of 4, we're closing, it'll be out of 5. So out of 5, we're closing 2. So that means it cost me about 50. It cost me about $100 to get a new client. And even with the one client I fulfilled, he already has a 1,200 AOV, and he's like really, really small. Not all of that is profit. I would say about $300 of that is like hard profit in terms of like ad costs, because I was at the old model at that point, which was not, hey, I'm just giving you the name and number and it's on you to figure it out. It was meetings. So I was selling meetings, and I'm not doing that anymore because to be honest, it takes too long to fulfill, and it just takes too long to fulfill. So, and the profit margin isn't there. Even if I put it at like 200, realistically, it's like my profit margin goes in half for not a lot of benefit. The only benefit was it's easier for the contractor on paper. But what I'm realizing, and what I realized I had 2 clients who churned out of it. And the reason why is because they already have their own thing. So here's a secret for anybody doing agency stuff. Actually, I'm going to re-record this for Opus Club. Here's a secret for anybody doing agency stuff. What you're going to notice is that your clients already have a system for fulfilling. They have a system for marketing, even if it's primitive and bad. They have a system for booking people into the estimate. They have a system for all that. And it's my desire as a marketer and as an entrepreneur to make their life easier
But there's a lot of situations where you're actually not making their life easier. You're making their life more annoying because they have to learn this whole fucking new thing. And it takes you a bunch of time and money to like teach them how to do it when you could just be doing the one thing they actually need help with, which is finding interested people. So, that's kind of a hot take of mine of the day, is that I don't believe in client fulfillment. You're actually booking them estimates. I don't believe that that's a good way to do client fulfillment for agencies, for agency owners. I believe that if you're going to do client fulfillment, you should be only giving them names and numbers. And if you get to a point where that's what they want, like they're very vocal about, hey, I want you to build me a website that schedules people, then fucking charge them for it. And like keep charging them whatever you're currently charging, and then just like send a text message to have like people direct into the website, and then also still keep doing the same thing. So that's what I told all my clients, is like, hey, I'll build you out that system, and like I'll build you that website, I'll build you that scheduler, and I'll build you all that automation and all that follow-up and whatever. That'll be $500 a month, like, and that's fixed. Like, we're just charging that. So and that honestly could be a whole business on its own, where you're just like making websites like that for contractors and you're charging them a fixed rate like that. And then you could do like a PPL thing on the upsell. I'm doing it as a cross sell, but like I haven't done it for anybody yet. And honestly, like it's kind of just part of the sales close. Like I don't really intend on doing it. I'm just kind of telling them like, hey, I would do this if you're interested, but I don't really want to. So I'm kind of lying, but I would if they give me money for it. I don't really care in that way. Okay, let's switch back to the other camera. Okay, that angle works pretty well. Shit. Why isn't it? Oh, picked the wrong one. Oh, it's back now. Cool. So that's kind of the plan. You guys, you see it here? Yeah, I think you can see that. Yeah, okay, you can see that all right. So, I think that's the game plan for today. Those are the things I want to do. And then there's a few other just like bot things that I want to implement. GUI for everything. Nothing like too complicated, I would say. So, retry attempts. All tried once. I mean, there's a pretty hard error right now for rate limiting that I'm not handling correctly. But, I mean, let's check and see the failed images. Wow, these are worse than the old ones. So I'm going to exit out of the workflow for now, because I'm just going to keep oh no. Oh, fuck, I didn't know it did that. Ugh, okay. When I select delete for the retry images, what I want to delete only are the failed retried images, not the first attempt, not the entire output folder, just the retry images. Oh, God damn it. Those hooks were good too. Fuck. Maybe I can bring it back. Maybe it's just in the recycle bin. Oh, fuck. Oh, God damn it. Okay, that sucks. That whole generation was pretty good, and it's just like gone. Oh well. All right. So next thing we're gonna do, because that's incredibly frustrating. Yeah, that's fine. I got this error. Rewrite the script to accommodate for it. Oh, God, that fucking sucks, dude. That sucks. It's incredibly frustrating. And the best part is right after I started streaming, I gotta go take a shit. Fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna go do that. No, it's not expensive. Ow! No, stop. That was annoying. I'm not sure about you guys, but there's like, especially when I'm trying to do work shit, I don't think there's many more things annoying than like, I want to go to the fucking, I have to go to the fucking bathroom. Is that me? Is that just me? I don't feel like it is. Okay, the bot now waits and retries when error load has occurred. Okay, delete only failed images, delete entire output and exit, delete failed images. Delete only the failed image retries, those with attempt or Gemini retry. Clean up metadata, keep your first approved images, keep all approved images, continue the workflow. All right, keep. Okay. Oh, wait, shit. Stop. Okay. It's so fucking hot in here. I gotta take my socks off, let the dogs out. God damn it, dude. Okay. This is the next error message that I got. Actually run the code for yourself and make sure that it works. Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just have to make an entire new campaign. But that's okay. We've had a few changes since then. So something else that I built is specifically selecting the hook style. So like if we want scroll stopper, which is a authoritarian citations with data, story, which is direct redress with symptoms, patterns, and pattern breaks. I think I'm going to add another hook style that's like brain rot. So it's like these 5 foods destroying your brain, like something like that, or like blue light is causing dementia. Did you know? Something like that. But for this, I just want offer. So product name, since it's just basic, we're just going to do residential home interior painting. $300 per room painted. Oh, this is another good question. Within the week. $2,997 for an entire home's interior painted, done by the end of the week. So let's do 20 hooks and select / create a folder. The idea of the sort, so I mean honestly I'm thinking about getting adding the ability just to bypass the sources folder, because I don't think that all this data is really providing a lot. Like, I think with literally just what I have here, like, this is enough for any bot to figure out, like, hey, this is it. Like, I think it'd be pretty easy to skip ICP and just move straight into pain points. Oh, I should also add another box here for the kind of pain points that I want generated. Average America. So I also want to include the most common reasons why people get their home painted, which is generally just, I want it to look pretty. So let's create the campaign. You know, let's try this functionality. I've been having a lot of issues with it lately. But I think I might have gotten it. But, you know, we'll try. This is muted.
Paint job that's okay. Why invest your precious time and energy when you can have the prime, beautifully transformed home? Free estimate, so you can enjoy the results. Imagine spending your...
It's not...
Paint-free painting promotion. This cover, we cover the cost of all paint and primer on interior projects. Okay, that's kind of an interesting angle.
Hey, what's up, Sebastian Vero Beach in Indian River Shores. My name is Vince. I love my new big fan channel, Indian River Shores. Click the link below this video.
It's a good painting. It's a good idea.
Hey guys, come here for a cup of tea.
Hey, DFW homeowners, my name is Josh Christensen. I'm the owner of 5-Star Painting of Dallas. We focus on interior and exterior painting for all from local homeowners.
So, the reason why... No, I can't say it. Look, guys. I love you. Anybody who's watching this, I love you. I am not going to be giving you my secret sauce. There is a reason why my ads perform better than any other agencies and why I get better leads than any other agency. And the solution is actually very, very simple, and I don't tell people. What I'll tell you is stop focusing on coupons. So everybody offers a coupon. Everybody offers free estimate. What are you going to do that's different? That's all I'm going to say. I would think hard about what you do different. That's what I think is the most important thing. Oh, great. Okay. It's already fucked up. I get added from. Oh, it's New Blood.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's the very...
I love New Blood. I love New Blood. Oh, wow, they have a lighter. Oh, that's sick. The Ultra Plush. Is it just... Okay, I guess we're gonna have to figure out these errors. We need to figure out these errors. Explain to me what they are. And what you think the best way to fix them would be. Plus, whenever we get the errors, the campaign tends to time out. Nah, I just kind of want to restart the campaign in that situation. Yeah, see, like, I can't even download the videos. Like, I don't even know what its problem is. Okay, well, this is all good intake data, so I guess that's good. Logic completed in earlier blocks and this duplicate code is causing the error. Should I show the exact lines? Yeah, just fix it. Oh, thank God it saved it all. That's a big problem that I've been having, is that it doesn't save all my data. But it saves all the data now, which is good. Just because I fucked it up. The cursor is all fucked. Where's cursor? Kill it. Yeah, fix it. Scraping the data. So that's good. I'm glad that it saves all that data now. That's one thing that I'm very, very happy that that's fixed. It's Big John. So the reason why for our bot I wanted to pull from Facebook is because I want the point of this bot to be to find and test unique angles that nobody else has done. I don't want to run the same ads as everybody else. I like, I get it that like a lot of agency owners are scared to run ads. They just want to copy and paste. And I get that on a level. And if you just copy and paste, you're going to get 5 out of 10 results. Always. You are never going to get good results if you're just copying and pasting. So, and 5 out of 10 results, you can still make, 10K per month with that, right? Like, you're not going to go broke because you're still probably going to deliver some results. Now, the thing about Facebook and the thing that I'm trying to find and implement and the way that I'm framing it in my head is I want Facebook, like I want to create a unique angle that Facebook has not seen before, right? And I want to test it intentionally, specifically for this campaign. Now, I see myself creating a version in the future where it's just like, hey, these worked for these guys, let's copy and paste and just retry the same. Because it's not that that won't work. I want to be very, very clear. It's not that that won't work, but it's not going to work fantastic. What's going to work fantastic is the 5% of ideas that are fucking crazy that you have, that you've already tried 95% of the crazy ideas that you have, but that 5% always hits because it's special. This is the thing about business that people don't realize is that you have to be doing relatively pretty unique things. Oh, I guess I just skipped it. Fuck it, whatever. Try by uploading campaign data, extracting intake data, additional materials, resume from value, auto proof false, looking for step competitor, resuming from step competitor, total steps 12, starting step execution from index 1, current step in progress, collect competitor links, skipping competitor links. Why did we skip competitor links? I didn't really want to do that. Summarization offer completed. Oh, okay, it's showing me. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with all that. I selected the competitor data step. Why did our bot just automatically skip it without allowing me to input new competitor links? That's something that happens a lot. I don't. I keep clicking hide console on our GUI and it's not working. It shows the normal GUI for a split second and then just keeps the console showing. This is an issue that needs to be fixed. Whenever I click hide console in the GUI, I want it to be hidden. Okay, family and creating a warm home environment. Demographics to 48. 38 years old. minimum. $65,000 minimum. Maybe more than that. Nah, that's primarily suburban neighborhoods in the U.S. with 5 to 10 year home showing natural wear. Home for 5 to 10 years, still carrying a mortgage, married or partner with children, or empty nesters for the next life phase. Dual income households, middle managers, teachers, house, small business owner, remote workers, spend more time at home. Family creating warm environment, blah, blah, blah. They lived in. It's normal for a family home. Everyone's homes look at a few years kids. It's not bad enough to show anything yet. Worry about letting their home go. Secretly, please, comparing the home to family. Instagram posts, social media posts. Any frustrations, worrying, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Can I close out of this job log window and our bot doesn't break and keeps going? Okay. For our ICP step on the GUI, stop showing the commands, stop printing the commands, stop asking for the commands, and just show this GUI, and based on my answers, put in those as commands. But I don't want to have to put in commands before I see the second image's GUI. I want it to just show up after the ICP is generated. Okay, I gotta fucking whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. Get back to work, Matt Walsh. Get back to work. Do not criticize Israel. Also, I made changes to the ICP that did not show up here. That needs to be fixed. I want the editable ICP GUI as shown, but what I edit needs to be considered the actual version. Okay. I mean, I don't really care. The ICP doesn't actually matter that much. Yeah, the same thing is happening for pain points. On this workflow, I've already selected how many pain points and hooks that I want. I don't want to have to do it again. I want it to be saved. I don't want it to ask me in the console. I don't want to have to enter it. I want it to be put in. And I want a GUI asking me if I still want the number that I can just click yes or no. I don't want to have to put in any more command prompts. I want it to be all done through the GUI. This is really annoying because I just thought I fixed this problem. But no, it just created another fucking problem. It's fucking... Welcome to vibe coding. That's what sucks about vibe coding, is that you don't have real actual control of what you're making, so you have to like deal with the bot's bullshit basically. And the bot in this situation, I'm like, hey, I want everything to be in the GUI. And then it creates an entirely useless GUI and doesn't actually put everything in the GUI. See what I mean? It's like, it just does shit like that, and there's literally nothing I can do besides just tell it to actually do what I want. Yeah, you can close the job window on the code because it doesn't stop the job, and the work and load, job is captured. All right. Why is the competitor step skipped? So we'll show the competitor links dialog when you allow you to put in new competitor links. Yes. I can tell our bot GUI is lagging quite a bit. Is there any way to prevent this? Yeah, see, it's just doing the same shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, do that. Also, I noticed with the GUI, it's just displaying the same command prompt on the console log over and over and over again. So it says like generate pain points, generate pain points, generate pain points. We only need to show it once with the little timer thing, so it's not constantly spitting it out. This will probably help as well. The hook step was also fixed. Go through our entire bot and make sure that this doesn't happen with any of the steps. The hook step, I think somewhere it's saved that the hooks were already approved when they were not, because this is the first time I called the step. Plan out exactly how we're going to put every single command into GUI only and remove the commands from the workflow and have it only be presented to me through the GUI. This is what happens when you build your own shit, is that you have to do stuff like this. To me, the most important thing right now is getting this bot working. I think once I get this bot working and like proven and it's like actually good, I mean, I'll basically be able to copy and paste it for anything, which will be fucking great. But while that's all working, let's try this again. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's check out the slides. See if it was bad. Yep, that's bad. I ran this exact code, and this is what was generated. As you can see, this is bad because there was no text that we actually wanted. Okay. Notification fixed earlier, except fix as all consistent logic. All right, great. Auto refresh intervals. Okay. Contact modes and counter actually is. Okay, this looks like it'll work. I gotta piss again. It's always annoying. It's always annoying. It's never not annoying. No, I accidentally opened CurseForge. Minnie.
she had been a victim of a scam. Appeared to be a romance scam of some sort that had been going on almost 2 years, since December of 2023 is the earliest that we can find evidence of it. She ended up in this scam sending more than $10,000-15,000 in Bitcoin crypto to a scammer who she believed to be a Hallmark actor. My brother and I are not familiar with Hallmark movies, so we didn't recognize the name of the person that was messaging her. She's been getting these messages pretty much since the day that she passed. Hey, where are you? I miss you. And then as the days went on, it started to get more pressing, like, hey, I'm worried about you. And then there were like romantic terms that started popping up, like, baby, I love you.
Now, from the moment I heard this story, it was heartbreaking, but I also thought it could be impossible, and I just didn't know if I'd cover it. For the same reason I almost never cover romance scams, despite them being a $1 billion-a-year industry. It's because when a romance scam is done right, you can never find out who's behind it. But three things made Erin's case different. One, she was organized and archived all her mother's emails and payments. Two, the scammer
Are these buttons or are they commands to be entered?
to our advantage. And third, the scammer knew her mother was quadriplegic the whole time and exploited it.
They acknowledge it over the email, and they're like, we understand you're on SSI and disabled, and like my mom gave them way too much information about herself, which just like made her a prime target. She's like, I'm bedridden, I'm in and out of the hospital, I have a fixed income of X. Like, she just unfortunately gave them a lot of information for them to use against her. And so she's been in and out of the hospital for like the last year, and they have been like hammering her over emails to make these payments, or else she'll lose access to this like Tyler Hines guy.
Now, full disclosure, this doesn't make it easier to track the scammer, but it does really motivate me to know how awful and evil this whole thing was. This person knowingly exploited a disabled woman. And it was at this point I realized I had to take this case, even if I knew it was probably unsolvable. My dream here is to find the people responsible and go after them and expose them for what they're doing.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a hunt. I mean, there's no promises because these people have basically had to mess up, which is not guaranteed.
Yep.
But, and then the second part of this is that if they haven't messed up, then what we're going to try to do is catfish them. Now, before we can find and expose the scammer responsible for all of this, we have to do a review of the evidence and what we know. Let's start with who Erin's mother was. Your mother was quadriplegic. She wasn't always. Actually, I saw an interview with her on the Food Network where she's, kind of bright, happy, and, making candy for kids.
We keep our eyes peeled for any kind of candy and add a little harmless mischief to it. Our mother was a force to be reckoned with. Mom ran marathons. She was a very accomplished person, both professionally and personally. And so it was really devastating to her and her ability to control her life. Our mom was a rather competitive former gymnast, so always loved to throw a backflip or two. And just on an unfortunate day, somebody crossed her path, and she ended up landing on her neck, and she was paralyzed at that moment from the neck down completely. She lost all ability to care for herself, down to determining her ability to take a sip of water.
And this is when she found the internet, where she started to spend a lot of her time.
Going from a person who ran marathons to sitting in a bed with no free will was not easy for her by any means. And so we were happy that she was able to get on the internet, talk to folks on Facebook, and really just have those outlets. And it's really disappointing that it ended up being exploited against her when it was one of the things that probably brought her the most joy in her life, towards the end of the years when she.
So it's not actually highlighting the text. We need it to be highlighted specifically. You need to specify the color for it to be highlighted and present it in a way that makes sense for code for it to actually work.
Tyler Hines. We know that because romance scammers never use their own real names. They use well-known celebrities. And given that Tyler Hines is a well-known Hallmark movies actor, where he actual Instagram bio reads, "Please stay safe from scammers. I don't private message anyone," which is just heartbreaking to read in hindsight. Tyler even posted as of several weeks ago about romance scams using his likeness with AI-generated photos and audio. Sadly, though, this warning came too late. Because reviewing the photos, our scammer definitely sent Deidre AI-generated photos, with one even having Deirdre's name on it with Tyler Hines holding it up. I also noticed the scammer used hospital photos of Tyler a lot, which I thought was weird, until I realized hospitals were a common subject between them. It was a way to make Deirdre feel not so alone, because in their emails, Deirdre mentions the hospital and her disability constantly. Quote, "My challenge is that I'm a quadriplegic. I cannot use my hands. I don't have any other IDs with my up-to-date photo on it. Such are the issues of quadriplegics." How's that for the errant quadriplegic finger getting involved when it's not supposed to hit send yet? So the scammer was relating to her with AI-generated hospital photos of Tyler. They also used AI-generated audio of Tyler as well, trying to comfort her.
I know things feel heavy right now, but I'm here. We'll get through this together, step by step. You're not alone, and I love you more than words can say. Everything will be okay, I promise.
And look, I know those of you who are on the younger side, maybe you wonder who could possibly fall for this. But before you ask that, you should know these scams are not quick and they're not actually simple. The scam started with Deirdre joining Tyler Hines' fan club on Facebook, where dozens of scammer accounts were waiting. From here, Deirdre was emailed by a Hallmark management account who tells Deirdre that they're offering special backstage access to actors for a license fee and wanted to know if Deirdre was interested. She said yes, she's interested in connecting with Tyler, but before she could join, she was asked to sign an NDA, which sounds official, right? Businesses use NDAs. But of course, this wasn't Hallmark movies at all. This was still the scammer, and the point was to lower the chance of friends and family finding out about the scams because she might feel that she's not allowed to tell them. Deirdre complied and explained this, quote, "Believe me, I have no interest in anyone becoming aware of this agreement." Now, Deirdre, being disabled and unable to work, she didn't have enough money to pay for the license agreement up front because she was on disability fixed income. She told this to the scammer, and they put her on a payment plan of $500 a month. Deirdre replied, "It's very expensive. I budgeted down to the penny for $500 a month. I am not this financially savvy. That doesn't leave me much for huge extras." Deirdre even asked for a discount on the license towards the end of her life, as she realized she probably wouldn't have enough time left to fully pay it off. And she asked if your group can see it in your heart to give me some sort of discount on the rest of this balance. The scammer responded, "We apologize, but we can't make any discounts." So I want you to understand, Deirdre did not think that Tyler Hines fell in love with her from a photo or just messaged her online for no reason. She thought she had signed up for a legitimate fan club access program. And within that secret program, they fell in love over time, which she couldn't talk about because she had signed an NDA. And the whole time, she maintained that access by paying a fee. And speaking of that fee, here's where we're going to first trace the Bitcoin made. Lucky for us, she reported the transaction hashes over email, so they weren't deleted. But following the money, it looks pretty quickly like they go straight to a deposit address for an offshore exchange, which, without government investigatory powers, kind of stuck here. And the same is true of Telegram, the messaging app, because we have their Telegram ID, but like nothing else, nothing that gives us a name. And that's basically all we have. We have an email handle.
This error next.
Some Bitcoin payments and a Telegram account. Like I said, I didn't think it would go very far here. This is standard for romance scams. There's almost nothing to go on. And from here, it was pretty much straight to plan B, the catfishing, and I didn't have a lot of other ideas. And my plan was to use the scammer's own greed against them, but with a little help from another YouTuber. A friend of mine who does some like scam busting stuff, he's done some stuff before where he'll send some websites where they're going to get crypto if they put in some information. And like one of the steps they have to do is they have to activate their webcam. And you know, sometimes websites will say that, and people will just do it. You know, they're so desperate to kind of get the Bitcoin. Now, if you don't know, I'm talking about the YouTuber Kit Boga, who's a famous scam catcher who does this all the time and catfishes these scammers. This is so you mother my scam like that. fake Bitcoin receipt posing as her mother, who the scammer still believed was still alive. We would tell him that it was a lump sum payment for the rest of the license fee. It would have a unique code that when the scammer entered it on the special website, we would know it had to be them because no one else had the code, and then we would grab their IP. And that was just phase one, which honestly went perfect. Within moments, already the first IP log came in. It was from America, and then 4 more came in from Nigeria, which honestly isn't surprising because Nigeria is one of the romance scam capitals of the world. And finally, it geolocates us to the rough area we should be expecting here. But honestly, it's really not enough though either. We still don't have a name. We have really nothing. It's just the general location. So here's where we went to phase two, the unmasking. For this, Kitboga had created a human verification CAPTCHA system.
So once a scammer is on the page trying to claim their Bitcoin, they have to face a CAPTCHA to prove they're human, right? But this is not like any other CAPTCHA they've done before. It's like the number of beads in this picture. Honestly, it's just a 50-50 shot on whether or not they're going to get the answer right. So sometimes they do it again and again and again. They also have to hand draw things like this rat.
Now, in a certain kind of way, this is kind of genius design because it makes the scammer feel like they're making progress on getting their Bitcoin. Because up next comes the hardest part, the toughest ask. The scammer is asked to prove they're human by turning on their camera. It's the final challenge before they unlock their Bitcoin. And this was a big moment because, again, the scammer has to voluntarily do this. No one can turn on their camera for them. So I wasn't honestly holding my breath. I thought there's no way until Kitboga sent me a photo. No way. He actually gave us photos and videos, multiple videos, of himself. And I immediately wanted to show it to Deidre's children, Aaron, and at this point her brother had joined Duncan as well, and I wanted to let them know we had found their mother's scammer. This is also when I asked them if they wanted to take it a step further.
This is what his face looks like.
Wow.
This is the guy. That's the guy who stole $13,000 from your mother.
Crazy.
It's insane.
What you guys want to do from here? We're gonna probably call him and confront him, and we can three-way you in if you want to say something to this person, if you want to confront them. If not, that's totally fine.
Well, first, thank you. Like, that's amazing what you've done, and the fact that you did
Okay,
this, you know,
move to trash.
is like sincerely thank you, because it was our mother wouldn't have put it down, and she would be very proud that you were able to figure this out and unmask this person. So, just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Yeah, seriously. Thank you.
Number two, yes, would love the opportunity to say something to the scammer.
All right, this is where we get to phase three of the unmask. I didn't think it would make it this far, to be honest, so I was kind of flying blind. But my basic plan was to let Aaron speak with her.
Okay. We're getting there slowly. The last thing I want is I want everything to be highlighted. So here's a PDF of the PowerPoint that was generated from this script. The next thing to mention is that see how a lot of the sentences aren't fully highlighted, as in there's words that don't have the full highlighting. So, for example, there's a word that's supposed to be highlighted red that says heads, but it actually just highlighted head and it doesn't include the S. There's also a bunch more examples like that. Go through them all, figure it out. Plus, I want for the promise, plan, and proof, I want a colored dot to the left of both promise, plan, and proof of what that color is. So what's it called? So the promise color needs to have a yellow dot to the left of it, etc. Also, make sure that the promise, plan, and proof is included in every single slide, but if it's actually used to highlight text, then make sure it's fully not at any opacity but if it is used to highlight text, then allow it to be full opacity just for what was used. So for example, if proof was included, only on one slide and there was only proof highlighting, then make sure plan and promise are still there, but they're just 50% transparent, but proof is 100% transparent. Also make the highlight color a little less extreme and more transparent.
from other scammers. And then also my dream goal was to
Mini.
get this guy's government ID so we can report him to the proper authorities with a name and an address. The idea was to let the scammer think he was really close to getting all this new money. But I would tell him, look, before we can release the rest of it, your account is frozen pending an KYC review. And here's how that went.
Hello, welcome to my clinic. Can I help you? Yeah, hello? Are you there? Okay, excellent. I can help you with that. Can I start with your name? Sorry, you said your name is David? Okay, David. And can I verify there should be a 6-digit PIN on your dashboard? Can you verify that for me? Okay, 1 second.
I'm muted right now. He's so good at this.
Excellent. I have your account pulled up. What seems to be the problem? Okay, so it looks like because it's an external wallet, I have to transfer you to my manager. If you hold on just 1 second, I'll place you on a brief hold, and then I'll put you on with my manager, okay?
Oops, shit.
All right, thank you.
Hello. Yes. This is Mr. Coffee. How's it going? What do you need today? Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, I am seeing that. And unfortunately, before we can release the rest of the funds, we have to do a know your customer verification that requires a short ID upload, and then we can release the rest of the funds. That is just per our protocol. I know you paid.
Now when I'm clicking hide console, nothing happens.
You can provide and we can release the rest of the funds.
I don't know if he can do things on the phone while he's also doing on the internet or whatever.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, just have. We'll wait for him to call back. I'm gonna. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I think we're gonna get this. Holy.
Mr.
Sweat.
Coffee? You said your name was Mr. Coffee?
I froze. You're lucky I didn't say CoffeeZilla. I was freaking out.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I wasn't the perfect catfisher. It was one of my first tries. But look, honestly, it worked to my giant shock. And while we were waiting for him to upload his ID, we decided to get Aaron on the line to set up the final confrontation. And that's when we got it.
Let me call it real quick.
Do you want to wait and put me on?
Oh god, this video is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm watching the new CoffeeZilla video where he sits down with like an actual scammer. Ugh. Sure, Advantage Plus audience is off. So reach more people likely to respond. Make sure that's off. Oh, okay. Oh. What's the error that happened here? Should it be fixed? Okay. When I was on the hook step, it just got skipped to the critic recording step, even though I wasn't in auto approved. Plus, it asked me again to put in how many hooks I want. I don't want to do that. I want it to already pull in the amount that I put in. And it made me do it through the console and not the GUI. Fix these issues. Plus, it didn't allow me to review the hooks. It just skipped ahead. Okay, fix it.
Well, you can upgrade it.
Oh my god, this video is so fucking uncomfortable.
Actually, she's in charge of anti-scam prevention. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna patch her in real.
Yes, I do.
Good, because I do too. And God does not look kindly on people who do what you do to vulnerable people. So if you want to get right with God, you should probably. No, you understand. You've been messaging and impersonating an actor and defrauding a woman who literally can't even do anything in her life beyond use her phone, can't give herself a drink of water. And you have pressured her and antagonized her into giving you money for almost the last 2 years. You tell her you pray for her, David. I pray for you.
I'm an agent. I'm an agent.
David, you're not an agent. You're lying.
I just read my ID. I'm an agent.
And what is your agency doing besides extorting and frauding vulnerable folks?
That is not true.
Then what are you doing, David?
I was thinking she was giving information.
We need to fix this issue.
And if you're saying someone sent you and you're not the person responsible, who is?
So I can't disclose that.
Well, if you're not willing to disclose who you're working for and what you're doing, then it's you taking responsibility for defrauding a woman who is literally on her deathbed.
I never did that. I didn't do any of that.
You wouldn't have the information that you would.
We also need to be regenerating and reviewing hooks in parallel so they don't take forever.
Yes, I do.
Good, because I do too. And God does not look kindly on people who do what you do to vulnerable people. So if you want to get right with God, you should probably start by being honest.
Oh, he didn't like that. He just hung up. Oh my god.
Was I too
Maybe,
intense? I'm sorry, guys.
No. Maybe it's exactly whatever you needed to say.
It was your moment. Great job. I thought you handled that beautifully.
You obviously struck a chord at the end there. As soon as you said he better get right with his God, he hung up. So
Yeah. Jeez. You guys, this is absolutely insane. Your work that you put into this, like, I can't thank you enough.
Well, there you go. Honestly, she was so calm and collected while confronting this guy, even as he spun up these excuses. And I want to mention that despite claiming he wasn't the guy, not only did she get multiple missed calls from the scammer on Telegram after that. She texted me soon after, quote, "He just erased all of the Telegram messages. I think he connected the dots."
Make sure you export the most recent Telegram accounts. That's the first thing he's gonna do is try to delete all that.
Oh, I just got 3 missed calls from Mr. Tyler Mountains on my mom's phone.
Just now?
Really?
Yep.
So yeah, that's even more evidence that it was the same guy on the phone and on Telegram, because these were just moments apart. But from here, my honest hope is that the police now can connect the dots as well and finish the job. These romance scams are a blight on our society, and even though they're incredibly lucrative and hard to catch, I'm really proud that we unmasked this guy for Erin, not only for her, but so the next time someone is scamming a quadriplegic mother, they'll think twice and wonder, who exactly is on the other end of this call?
Yes, hello. This is Zilla Payment Solutions. No relation to that guy. This is actually Mr. Kid Bowden.
It's gonna restart it. Takes fucking forever. Another thing about AI that I really fucking hate seeing, and I think that the thing I hate most about AI, as somebody who is using it like on a decent scale, that I fucking hate about a misconception of it, is that first off, it is not AI. AI is marketing. It is bullshit. Sam Altman, oh, look at me, I'm so cool. What it actually is it's called a LLM, a generated learning language model. And fun fact, learning language models are not a new tech. ChatGPT has been around forever. I actually remember when Elon Musk founded OpenAI in 2017. I followed the original development because I thought it was interesting. And look, it is cool, right? It is cool to be able to generate stuff, even though the art that it generates, it sucks and it's shitty and it's taking away work from real artists. I do not think it is God. Like Mike Israetel talking about how like, oh, ChatGPT is like my God. And like I talk to it like God, like we're building digital gods. No, you're not. No, you're not. It is just a bot that pulls in words and spits out words. That's it. There's nothing more going on here. It does not have a soul. It does not have a conscience. It cannot think for itself. You perceive it as thinking, but all it's doing is just taking all of human words. It's just taking all the human words and just smushing them together and spitting something out. That's it. It's just a learning model. It's not that special. It's not anything cool like that. On top of that, it really sucks at a lot of things. I literally have been going through my efforts to actually build out a real bot with it and something that's actually functional, and I have constant issues. It would be a lot easier if I just hired somebody to fucking write it. Everything else is just marketing. It's just marketing, right? It's just marketing. It's just marketing. It's not special. There's nothing unique going on. It's not God. It's just a bot that spits out words. That's it. It's nothing cool. Well, I mean, it is cool, but it's nothing. We're not building God. This is not a God. It is a bot. It is a computer that does what I tell it to, except when it doesn't and it makes shit up. It's not that special. Stop thinking that it's cooler than what it is. Stop thinking it's a god. Stop thinking it's going to change everything. It's all marketing. It's all branding. It could be useful in certain situations. Just like OBS is useful in certain situations, right? Just like a image like viewer is interesting in certain situations. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's like going to change the world. To be honest, I haven't seen a lot of like practical uses for AI. Like, I haven't seen a lot of good ones. The bot I'm building here, I can't sell it. I can only just use it for me. The idea of building a SaaS with this, impossible. I don't know how the fuck anybody would pay for this because of all the errors. Now, I'm fine with it because I'm using it for a specific purpose. But if you're not doing that, it's not that cool. It's not that special. It's just marketing. So, I don't know. Stop it, basically. Review the actual Google Slides API and stop making stuff up to code. See? That's an example of ChatGPT just making shit up. A human would never make a mistake like that. See? It's like, this is what I'm saying. This is what people don't get about it. Is that the bot makes shit up. One, it makes shit up. Two, it doesn't actually know what the fuck you're talking about. It's guessing. Three, even when you try to clarify it, like, what you think is right, it still doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. Four, it has a really, really hard time generating something unique, and it doesn't actually make things that are new. It just copies and pastes a bunch of other stuff. I think I'm using it for an actual practical purpose. However, it would have taken me less time just to copy and paste and actually write out this spreadsheet than it would be to try and use this bot to do it for me. I'm doing it just to prove that I can, and it's like a spite thing. But it would take less time. ChatGPT is not God's gift. It's not something super cool. It's not even a profitable business at a minimum. I don't believe in AI. I just don't. I'm going to use it for some select things while it's here, but I know that this company is going to fall apart in 2 years for a fact. And like, I know like you're going to go in the comments and you're going to be like, oh, he's a fudder. He's a fudder. Fuck off. When I'm right, cool, right? Why aren't you more skeptical? Why do you think, like, what is this going to do for you? What is this going to do that's so cool? Oh, bro, we're democratizing code. Like, we already do. You can just fucking look it up. You can... I'm being lazy. And because I'm being lazy, in the long run, it's harder. See? Whoa, dude. Whoa. It's just like, people are stupid. People fall for shit. Stop falling for shit. Nothing is going to replace cold, hard work. Even Alex Ramosi says this. It's like, there are businesses out there that still use newspapers only to advertise. And they run just fine. The #1 marketer in the world, I think it's Mark Kern, #1 direct response marketer in the world, doesn't even have a fucking computer. He faxes everything. Yet, his marketing has done more than probably anybody who's watching this. So stop thinking you're special because you're on the new thing. Just focus on being good. Focus on being great. And if AI and if an LLM like ChatGPT helps, cool. If it doesn't, then tell it to fuck off. And you're going to find in most situations it doesn't actually help that much. The button is not working still. Both buttons specifically, both the hide console and hide button, which there should only be one. Do only the hide console button. Another thing is if you're going to build an AI powered whatever, make sure that you have more than one model, because each of the models are basically different people, and they will generate different things and they will have unique ideas off the other. So that's something that I do for hook generation, is that I'm like, hey, Claude generates a new version, and then Gemini generates a new version, and then Claude reviews it, Gemini reviews Claude's review, stuff like that, where it's just like the bots are talking to each other basically and trying to figure out the best way to do this. Also, real world data is like the only way to actually know if it's working. So like that's why I was interested in building this bot out specifically. It's so that we can test a shit ton of hooks, pull campaign data, and then be like, okay, why did these hooks work well? And then figure that out. Like, not make shit up, but like figure out like, okay, these hooks worked well. Let's make more hooks like this. It's like this, right? Because right now we're shooting in the dark because I haven't tested this bot yet. But once we're not shooting in the dark anymore, it'll be cool. Terry Davis. Ultron level AI. Yeah, what's up, Red? Terry Davis successor. Yeah. I just need to start shouting the N-word a bunch. If I just start shouting the N-word a bunch, it'll be a lot better. N-word, 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 N-word. I am God, I am God. I'm building a program for God. I am building God, even though God didn't fix the fucking problem I just asked it to fix. So it's like, see what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why? Like, it would be easier if I just went to Fiverr and I just fucking hired somebody to make this PowerPoint. It's like, be a lot less annoying. I am very annoyed at the bots. I mean, that's part of it, though. You have to just sit here and deal with the annoyance forever.
God says yes and no. God doesn't say, well, maybe if you want to, it's okay on these days. You shouldn't, but no, God says yes and no. God is very clear.
Yeah. Thanks, Tate. God says yes, it's okay to rape women. Because I have a rape fetish. And I like it when people are suffering. I like it when... Oh, thanks for gooning to me. I appreciate it. There's nothing I love more than gooning. Ugh. Maybe there's a way to sequentially... Hey, Minnie. You okay? What's wrong? shit. My dog is like freaking out. You okay? What happened?
Maybe she really needs to poo or something. I don't know.
Oh, dog reveal? Okay. Minnie, come here. Minnie. Minnie. Minnie, come back. This is my dog. This is Minnie. This is my dog. She's so fucking weird. She's like... she's... she's so like... I mean, she's not dumb. I wouldn't call her dumb. She's just very like... like she's just got the crazy eyes. I mean, like, look at her. Does she support Charlie Kirk? Yeah, definitely. Look at her. She's a huge Charlie Kirk. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We follow his name. It's the... Fuck. I forgot how it goes. Sweet girl. Why are you so freaked out? No, she's okay now. Probably just needs to go out. Hello, sweet. You know, technically we're actually not supposed to have her. My landlord was like, no. And then I did it anyway. There's literally a big sign right outside my townhouse that says, no dogs allowed. No dogs allowed. Literally says that. Your landlord is a glowy? Yeah, no, I agree. But my property manager, when we moved in, said it was fine. So that's why we got her. I mean, we wouldn't have moved here if I knew that. But, like, originally, my first lease was like, yeah, this is fine. And then the lease that I signed after, they had changed that rule. But that's just kind of not being followed. Like, a bunch of my neighbors have dogs. So I don't really think it's a huge deal. Because, like... Gemini is coming up with... Well, Claude is coming up with a lot more interesting... Professional painting, 300 per room. Yeah, it's not specific enough. I'm glad that I built out this, like, hook scoring feature, because I think it does... Like, I don't hate a lot of the ideas that it starts with, but it just writes them in a bad way. So I like that it actually... that it actually fixes my shit. When one of my homies reached out to you? No, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't remember. Oh, sweet Minnie. Oh, was it for editing? Or thumbnails? I don't remember. Well, she might be freaking out because there's construction going on. There's guys putting in fiber optic. Stop. Yeah, editing thumbnails for Hamza. Bro's up to nothing now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I mean, honestly, his thumbnails were mid. like I remember. his thumbnails were just kind of mid. It was like kind of the reality of it. I did hire him for a couple, but like he just kind of made like 5 out of 10 thumbnails for double what I pay my guy to make more like 7 out of 10. So that's kind of what happened. But I don't make a lot of YouTube videos right now. I'm focusing more on my agency. I think I don't know, I've been thinking about pumping out just like 10 quickies just to kind of like come back a little bit for Christmas. I would have to record them like within the week because I have a lot of shit coming up. I'm going out of town for pretty much all of Christmas and New Year's. We're going to Washington. That's right, sweet Minnie. We're going back home to my fiance. We're going back home. God, you're so fucking hairy. She's such a hairy dog. Like 100 thumbnails with millionaire grind set guy. I'll share some pics on Railroad. You urinate yourself. All right, bet. Yeah, like I mean, I yeah, I don't know. I'm just pretty picky. Like I would rather work with one good person than 5 mediocre people. In my opinion, I just would rather work with a good one than a bad one. Is kind of just like my brutal opinion. Get 3 home painted this week, starting at $3.99. Get damage walls repaired in 48 hours, $2.99. Most painters hide this $24,700 markup. Fresh paint in 3 days. Get ready for company the right way. Get 50,000 in home equity unlocked. 5,000 to your, okay. I like the 15K to your home value this week hook. I don't care for a lot of the others. Get a full kitchen remodel. We're not doing kitchen remodeling. We're doing painting. So I'll probably get rid of that one because again, we're fucking remodeling. We're doing painting. I don't care about remodeling. Okay, down, Minnie. Down. Down. Oh my god, there's so much fucking hair. My god, dog. Okay, did ChatGPT finally figure this shit out? Okay, let's see. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna fucking copy and paste. I'm done with this shit. Okay, I made the slide. Okay. Yeah, no, we're getting closer. We just need to fix the end of letter problem. We're so close. Pretty much all the problems have been fixed, except for the end of letter problem. So go through the PowerPoint and see that most of the words here, actually pretty much all of them, the last letter of the word is not highlighted. They all need to be highlighted. B2C closers are shit for marketing. All right, let's take a gander at these. Taking a gander. I mean, again, these are fine, but I can get stuff made like this for like $5 per. I don't need to pay 20. I mean, if he's actually interested in keeping going, like if he's actually interested in image generation, skip. Wow. Okay, so I guess that one worked. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, okay, are we fine? Okay, that's fixed now, so that's cool. Yeah, improve all. Cool. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are fine. Dude, give him some advice because you're in the socioeconomic bubble. Just get on Upwork. So, like, well, first off, thumbnails are a race to the bottom. There's a lot of people who can do it. There's a shit ton of people who can do it. It is not a special skill. It just kind of isn't. So, I mean, what you could do is you could either really hunker down and pick like one specific niche and only deliver thumbnails for that niche. So if you want to only deliver thumbnails for vloggers, right, and get good at Blender, so you can actually create like interesting and unique face images and stuff like that, or you can specialize in split testing, and then make money from like a TubeBuddy affiliate and something in the back end. Like that's fine, but he's always going to be restricted by the fact that thumbnails are a race to the bottom. There's always going to be an Indian that can do it better. Well, I mean, you are Indian, but like, there's there's always going to be somebody cheaper, which is the problem. There's always going to be somebody cheaper, and probably higher quality. So I hate competing on quality. A lot of people say like, oh, you should compete in quality. You should be. I hate it because it doesn't imply that you can charge more. So some jet who's finna going to do it on Chrome, but yeah, exactly. It's like there's a lot of people like that. It's not, and video editing is the same way. That's why I got out of it. It's because it's like it is not that unique of a skill. And even then, if you get like the best version of the job, you're not getting paid that much. So you can make max 10K per month realistically, and it's never going to get better than that. And that's with you working full time. And you cannot agency it out. You can't outsource it, right? It's and then it's just kind of useless. Lock in on, so you can either like delve into a niche like specifically, so you can make like a exact kind of thumbnail for an exact kind of person. So you could, like I said, focus only on bloggers. You could enhance your skills and can be better, but like you're not really better in this situation. You're more just like more practical for like the average YouTuber, which is getting into Blender and doing things with Blender, because that's what all the like big like good thumbnail people that I know, like the people who are charging like $50-$100 per thumbnail, that's what they're doing, is that they're in Blender, and those people are making fine money. But again, it's always restrictive. So if you just want it to be a job, right, and you're basically just a freelancer doing a job, then I don't know, there's no good reason why in that situation why you wouldn't just go into why you just go into like fucking fuck. It's so hot in my room. I need to open my blinds real quick. I can't fucking think. I'm sweating like a stuck pig. Something I hate about my house is that the heater sucks at night, and then for some reason in the morning it just gets really, really good. So he has some nice engineering degree and trying to build some skill set in online work, because the YouTube I believe has never been this fertile. I'm even thinking of jumping on this train 3 years from now. No, it isn't. It's the most competitive it's ever been. It's not more fertile. It's like extremely competitive. Everything's extremely competitive. What I'm doing is extremely competitive. What you have to do is find out what your competitive angle is. If you don't know what your competitive angle is, and it has to be proven. So for me, what my competitive angle is for running ads for contractors specifically is my hook and testing, right? And it's also the fact that I know just how to qualify better than any of these other guys, because I can do basic vibe coding, and like I can think, and I have bots that are actually good at like creating the thing. So like that's the thing that a lot of people don't do in the agency space that I do, which is that they're actually like I actually try to deliver good lead quality, and I don't just like qualify on like one thing, like are they a homeowner or not, and then give up, right? There's a lot more quality than that, and when you get into business, what you find out the thing that matters is your angle. So it's what you can do that you know for a fact basically nobody else is doing. And that thing you're only going to find out by digging in. Like you're only going to figure that out by like being in the industry for years and trying for years full time. And you're going to eat shit that entire time. You're going to make nothing. And then when you finally figured it out, that's when you're going to start making good money. That's just kind of the brutal reality of it, is that it's like there's a million grunts. There's a million million people who want to do the exact same as you. This is something that I have had a really hard time realizing, because we are all the heroes of our own story. And in our head, we think we're the only person who's done this. But the reality is that you're not. Like, you're just not. You have to find your angle. And finding your angle is, over time, it might not be even something you can explain to somebody. Like, most of the time it's not. Like, a lot of my clients, they can't explain to me why they're successful. Like, they can't, because they don't understand. It's not something they can vocalize, and a lot of times it's not going to be something you're going to be able to vocalize. Understood, because Hamza's always on about self-improvement ground, and it's recently taking traction. My angle is somewhat different. So Hamza's business model is convincing you that you're bad and that you need to do more. Right? So that's the entire thing. Yeah, there's a good amount of errors here. So, like some motherfucker done said on Reddit thread that hit home close once. If somebody teaches you a business model, it's already useless. Yeah. No, okay. I have mixed feelings about that. So, first off, I understand on principle what they're saying. It's like, yeah, if I make a YouTube video, hey guys, run this ad, there's going to be a bunch of people who start running the ad and it's going to become ineffective. Like, that's true. That's why I built this bot. It's to constantly find unique ads. It's like to constantly try, because like that's how you do it, is you just have to do a lot and you just have to really go for it for a long time. But with courses, I've been buying more and more courses lately, the most I ever have. And I know when I start making a lot of money, I'm going to start paying for the 10, 20 grand mentorships. And it's not because I necessarily think I'm going to get an ROI on that exactly, but it's because the connections that you make by doing stuff like that is worth way more than the actual course. So I met people on Hamza Cord. I met people when I was in Adonis school that I started partnerships with, that, or I got coaching from, or whatever, that ended up making me a shit ton of money. So I have mixed feelings about it, because if you go in with the wrong intent, then yeah, it's useless. But there's still info to be gleaned. Like, you can go into Sam Ovens consulting.com old course that he made 10 years ago. And there's going to be a lot of things that just are incorrect, but there's also going to be a lot of golden tidbits in there. And also, here's the thing about the market, is that the market sways. So what works now will not work in 2 years, but what doesn't work now will start working in 2 years, because the market's no longer burnt out. So that's why things like webinars are making a comeback right now, is because like webinars instead of VSL funnels is because everybody's done a VSL and call funnel and people are tired of it. So they want to do something unique, which is webinars. That's why also affiliates have been doing really, really well for businesses, like referrals and stuff like that. It's because nobody's really done it a lot. So if you are able to move where the market is not and try things that people are generally not doing, then 95% of the time you're going to fail, but that 5% of the time it's going to hit. And it's going to hit really, really fucking well, because you found something wholly unique that nobody else is doing. And that's your advantage. And that's the biggest piece of advice I'd give to anybody who's trying to do business. It's you have to figure out or even who's trying to succeed in their career, why would you really have to break this down, and it's hard to do because you're always going to be biased because it's coming from your own perspective, but you genuinely have to think, what the fuck do I bring to the table, right? It's like, what the fuck do I do? And for me, it might be the things I described, but it also might not be. It might be things other people have told me, like I'm very personable, I'm very charismatic, I'm good on camera. These are advantages that I have that other people don't, even people in the agency space. And over time, all these advantages stack that other people like don't have, and they might have some of them, but they're not gonna have all of them. So people are gonna have bits and pieces, and that's another advantage of buying courses, that it's like, okay, I can pay $100 from this guy or $1,000 from this guy to learn this skill, right? And it may not be useful to me. Like it may not make sense for me to buy a day trading course. But what if that course teaches me some basic math that I did not know before that I can apply into my agency? A lot of stuff like that comes up, where it's like the thing that they were teaching on paper might not be the thing that you end up getting actual value from. It might be something that they like kind of offhandedly mentioned, and then that's the thing that like actually really speedruns your shit. Yeah. Double the font size and half the padding size. Also, make sure that the row amount will accommodate for doubling the font size and having the padding size. Plus, make sure the font size is the same for every single word. Also, make sure all of our text is centered. Okay. It's the same thing with Thomas says. It's the purpose of your job. Your job purposeful. Say what you want about him, but he speaks facts about discipline and spirituality. The part that I agree with when he talks about purpose is, I don't know, he didn't even say this. So he said, how do I frame this? I get the discipline angle. The discipline angle of like, you just kind of have to fucking do it. But Alex Hormozi says that a lot better, at least where the way that it frames to me. And in terms of spirituality, I don't think he's a very spiritual guy. He does not care about a lot besides working more. And whether that be working on his business, on his physique, on his ability to get girls, he doesn't see a higher purpose beyond that, right? And he's also pretty narcissistic. So one slight and the whole thing comes crumbling down, basically, in his world, because he's pretty narcissistic. And the hard thing about narcissism is that you don't realize you have it. It's like, you don't know it's a problem. If you have bipolar, you could go a chunk of your life not knowing about it, but eventually you'll know about it and be able to recognize it. The part of narcissism that people don't realize is that it is part of the disease that you cannot fathom that you have it, because you're fundamentally lacking that like ability to be self-critical and empathy. And anytime you do be self-critical, it's in a way that's only a benefit to yourself. And it's not an actual critique. It's a superficial critique. So that's something that Hamza does a lot. And I don't really care about the, like, oh, he's actually on testosterone shit. Like, if you want to take drugs, I don't care. Like, I mean, this is something that I've changed my mindset on. I used to be like, oh, you gotta be natty, be natty. Like, these days I don't care. Like, if you want to take drugs, whatever, go for it. Like, I'm on Adderall, I take caffeine. Like who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. It's your life. You should make your decisions based on what you want. And that's, I think, the thing that Hamza doesn't grasp, is that a lot of the positioning is around do it for your family. I'm doing it for my daughter. I'm doing it for my daughter. When what actually matters is what you want, right? What do I want out of life? And that answer is going to be entirely different based on the person. For me, it basically just boils down to having fun. Now, having fun does not mean like partying for me. It does not mean like getting super plastered every single night and taking a shit ton of cocaine and Adderall and whatever and going and living in a high rise apartment and fucking a hooker. It's having a relatively stable but interesting and fulfilling life. That's my definition of fun. It's working on projects that I love to work on. It's starting and raising a family. It's being with people every day that I genuinely love and I appreciate. It's that's what it is to me. And that question is going to be answered differently for every single person. He's talking about marriage and virginity, yet he still hasn't married, plus has some father arc. Basically what happened there was like, it's Gokanaru. I don't even know who that is, but he had a stream where he talked about Hamza. And Gokanaru has a very interesting perspective on it that I kind of align myself with. He sees it a lot differently than I think a lot of people. He sees Hamza as like the guy who's the furthest away from Red Pill, but still Red Pill as you can get. And it's like, with just a few different mindset changes, he would be on point, but he can't grasp it because of his narcissism. So what happened there, whatever happened over there, was that he moved into the Scotland Hills with his girlfriend at the time, and they got bored because they have no friends. And that's what he said was like the point was like we were going to have no friends and it was just going to be our family. And I don't think he ever learned that. And this is what Gokanaru said, is that he's like one step away from figuring it out. He's like so close to getting it, but he just didn't grasp it. It's like he was this close, which is the interesting part about Hamza, is that he's so close to having it right. He's so close, but he like just barely misses. And that's the fascinating part. And they broke up over it, basically, because they spent like 3 months together with nobody else in their life, and they kind of realized that with like no distraction, they kind of fucking hate each other. They don't like each other that much. And that's a real thing that happens in relationships. It's like, that was the thing that I was really concerned about moving in with my fiance, was like, or my girlfriend, sorry, is, what if I fucking hate her? What if the distance is why we actually love each other? I was wrong. I fucking love being around her, and I want to be around her as much as possible. So that's what happened there. And then after that, he decided just to go like money mode and just like grind out more money, which is fine. I mean, that's the cycle of life I'm in right now, which is just like money. That's kind of the main thing that matters, is make more money. I don't care as much about like bodybuilding or personal development. I just care about like making money, which is why I like doing these streams, because I can just sit here and yak about like, even if it's to a wall and nobody's watching, I can just like yak about whatever the fuck I want, and it's great. But I poor man, he sees himself like a populi, and which builds such a gray line, because I'll wait for you to finish. Okay. Yeah, but it's just like, you know, he's close. He's just not quite there. And, you know, I don't think because of his narcissism, he's really ever going to be able to grasp it. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Yeah, I just don't think he's ever going to be able to really get it. Which is whatever. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. It's not my life. I don't really care about his that much. He can do whatever he wants. Because, okay, somewhere he is right. I align with what he has to say. Somewhere I have lost essence, stay focused. Dating pool is trash. People tend to distance from improving themselves. So the dating pool is trash because you don't get out enough, is the reality. I was able to find plenty of interesting and good people, even in a state like Utah, where I don't align myself with basically most of these women. And, you know, it might be different depending on the country, but the dating pool is not that bad. It's like it's hyped up to be bad because you watch one of those like shitty TikToks that's like, oh well, this woman's a gold digger, and it's like if you're not an idiot, then you'll be able to spot a gold digger from a million miles away. The reason why gold digging works is because the men are idiots. It's like that guy on the Andrew Schultz podcast, the co-host, who's like total simp for this bitch who fucking hates him and disrespects him at every turn and calls him shitty and spends all of his money and broke up with him when he like was struggling and then came back when he actually had money. Like it's like shit like that. It's like, yeah, women like that exist, but you can even go in the comment section of her TikToks and like there's a bunch of women that are like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? And that kind of tells you all you need to know about the modern dating pool, is that everybody believes that it's bad, but it's actually fine. You just don't get out enough. And it, you know, it's the lack of third spaces and all that shit. Plus, like, a lot of men are really shitty. Most divorce is initiated by women because men like the shitty relationship and they like keeping it there. 90, it's like 87% of all in divorce proceedings complaints from men who are like, oh, this is too much. I don't see my kids enough. This is unfair. All this shit. Who like make claims like that. 87% of them actually agreed to the original demands before they went to court. So that means that 87% of men who get divorced are just pieces of shit who want to fuck with their exes as much as possible out of spite. Like, you agreed to the terms, buddy. You could have said no, and then you agreed to it, and now you're like, you don't want it. And you're just doing that to draw it out and be a piece of shit. It's like both sides. A younger dude set dude is the problem. Its faith and virginity is such an anti-concept now. I'll go to the first thing. He admits the fact that he self-sabotages and needs to restart. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the narcissism, is that it's like, well, what people don't realize about narcissists, and part of it as well, is that they will say that, hey, I have this problem, but they won't fix it. Right? Like they won't like correct themselves, basically. It's like they'll say that and then not do anything. That's the part of narcissism a lot of people miss. So it's like BoJack Horseman. It's like what Todd says. You can't keep doing shitty things, feel bad about yourself, and then do nothing, and then change nothing. You need to be better. It's kind of that simple. It's like you'll throw a big like pity party and be like, dude, I fucked up big time. That's part of the narcissist's playbook. Because intentionally or unintentionally, they also make you feel bad for them in that process. And then you're aligned with it. And then they keep doing the shitty things. So, like, even though he says he self-sabotages, he keeps self-sabotaging. So, just you saying it doesn't mean anything. You have to actually do the fix. That's the difference, is that, like, that's a part about narcissism that people don't understand, is that, like, yeah, if you have a severe narcissism, then, you know, you won't even admit fault in the first place and claim it's everybody else's fault. But narcissism is a spectrum, just like autism. And on the lower end, that's how it presents itself. Is, hey, I did this shitty thing. Feel bad for me. And then do nothing to fix it. Every single girl in my school who used to study aims at getting one body count before graduating, like, bro, what? It just means you haven't talked to enough women. Just like, it's just the literal reality. But also, like, teenagers everywhere are shitty. It's like, it's just like a fact. It's like all teenagers are shit. They're all bad people. They're all shitty. I mean, they're not bad people intrinsically, but like they're all shitty. It's just a brutal reality of being a teen, is that everybody around you sucks and you suck too, even if you won't admit it, and you're not going to figure it out for 10 years. I still haven't figured it out. I'm almost 23. I haven't figured it out. I'm not even close. All right, let's try this again. We're so close. I'm so close. So close, dude. Hey, I don't suck. no, you don't suck. You're fine. But it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like you aren't a shitty person. You don't like you're not, but you don't know how shitty you are being until you've grown up. Like you just don't realize. Like you're still a kid. You just don't know. A lot of it is you just don't know how to be better. Like you don't know the skill. You also, this is a problem for me, is like I will seek pity a lot. And like I will fuck up and then I will seek pity to like try and get out of it. But I genuinely don't know. And this is me kind of being pity again, but it's like I'm not intentionally intending to. I'm like genuinely trying to like say, yes, this was bad, but also there's that desire to explain everything and like it's pitying. Like my goal is to get people to pity me so they aren't as mad. But the thing, and this is what I talked to my girlfriend about, which is like she gets more mad when I do that. She gets more mad when I shut down, when I try to get pity. And I'm not doing it in a way that's like, oh, well, I should just go like fucking kill myself then. But it's like, I did this shitty thing and here's why I did it. Feel bad for me. It's more like that. And that's a behavior that I've been picking out recently that I just genuinely, like, I honestly don't really know how to fix. Like I don't, there's a desire to explain myself in a way, there's a desire to explain myself in a way that, maybe I am a little narcissistic. There's a desire to explain myself in a way that lowers the impact and makes me out to be less shitty. Because I believe I'm not shitty. And I don't want to be shitty. And that's the big thing, is that I just genuinely don't want to be shitty. I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to do shitty things. I genuinely don't. And there's a desire to like, oh, if it happens, like, okay, let's just slip it under the rug. And I genuinely don't know how to address it in a way that does not create pity. I kind of genuinely don't know how to do it. Like, which is bad. And that's kind of it. It's like, I don't know. And it's like, dude, where the hell did you get this narcissism concept from? It's the realest thing I've ever heard. Where did you learn / see this from, man? Just life. I never watched a video about this. I just lived. It's like, I just pay attention and I just lived. It's like, that's kind of the reality of it, is that you figure stuff out like this, or you come up with your own, you come up with your own explanations for things when you kind of just have to live through it. It's kind of the shitty part, but you kind of just have to do it. I do that a lot, the whole pity thing. For me, it's blaming the circumstances, which helps. It's with a task I do, romanticize it, and then it becomes fun. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I don't do it quite like that. For me, it's more like a self-blame, and feel bad for me because I'm blaming myself for this. I get blaming the circumstances, though. The kind of brutal reality is I don't really know how to fix that for you, because it's like, we both know that's not a good behavior and that's not something we should be doing. And I don't know how to fix it. Usually it's aligned with my schedule. Like when I'm studying, I get my favorite subject books, open question blank, light candles, and get tons of water. I forget about my pity party and get in the flow. Yeah, no, I get that too. Yeah. It's like, just actually do this shit instead of like, it's like, I do agree on a level. It's like, you just kind of have to work. It's like, I use this as a sell for clients, but it's like, oh, great, it fixed it. The worst thing you can tell an entrepreneur is that there's work that it takes. Oh, this is great. And that's the hard part about doing work, is that you don't want to do it ever. Especially if you're a little ADHD coded like me. It's like, fuck, I'd rather be doing anything else right now. I'd rather be doing anything else. I want to do anything else but this. I want to get on my bonk. I want to watch this YouTube video. I want to do something unrelated. But you kind of just have to lock in. Okay, let's see the failed images. Are these fine? Oh, I forgot I have therapy in a couple days. I don't know why it does this. No Gemini review. God damn it. We need to save the Gemini review. We need to save the Gemini review whenever we do regenerate campaign. Because the pool is so uncertain. You gotta eat so much bull before you actually start making profit. It's any skill, you just gotta eat the dirt. Yeah, literally. It's literally just, you just eat shit. It's literally like, starting something always sucks. It always sucks. It's always going to suck. Doing something, trying something new, it always is going to suck. And I get that. It is extremely demotivating. And I know that, god damn it, this is terrible. And I know that from like firsthand experience. We need to save the Gemini reviews after each retry attempt so this doesn't happen. It's gonna close out of it. When some minion shows up and exclaims they're better and you're not built for this, man, and yapping, but it's like, still say this stuff's stupid. Unrelated, I downloaded the Vorks mod for Opera GX and I was working on for meta-analysis, and it turns out whenever you hit enter, it yells, "Get fucked" from the show. That's fun. Get fucked. Yeah, dude, it's literally just, you just eat shit until you stop, basically, and it takes way longer than you want. You have to spend way more money than you want, and it's gonna be way more annoying than you want. I've spent probably 40 hours on this bot, and it's still basically kind of broken. And it's kind of like, I just have to keep going. And that's the thing about entrepreneurship and a lot of stuff in life, is that if you stop, you lose. For 100%. You will 100% in every single situation lose. But if you keep going, you probably won't lose. So it's like, if you keep going, you'll win eventually. You just have to keep going. And if you stop, that's when you lose. The game is about beating your head against the wall for fucking ever. Ever. It does not stop. And the annoyance that you feel today will be constant. And it will never go away. It just literally will never, ever go away. And it's terrible. But it's life. Well, I'm glad I got this to work. See, this is like another example of like, you have to keep going. I have been trying to get ChatGPT to make me this presentation for hours, and I got it. And if I stopped, it would be over. Now, would it have been easier if I just copied and pasted it like I probably should have? Yeah. And if I just wrote it myself? Yeah. Dude, AI can just smell the amount of shorts from this stream. Yeah, I've been using Opus Clip just to, like, rip it, because, like, I don't really care. It's just, like, whenever, just, like, fuck it. I'm fine with uploading, like, 50 shorts. It doesn't really matter to me, per stream. The number of social media content doesn't matter, it's the quality, so if it takes 50 to get one good one, then whatever. It's, like, fine. Yeah, it'd be cool if I wasn't spending that much on, like, credits or whatever, but, meh. Every single day, do it every single way. Make all the single ladies say, "Oh, Bo." Oh, Bo, oh. Yeah, these are a lot better. I don't know why. Low-key, the shorts are fire. Aw, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Starting at... which one is this? I don't want that one. Okay, can I, like, search? Add a search function here so I can search for the name of the image to select or unselect. Also, include the option in this GUI to regenerate, and then provide a GUI for my feedback. GUI for me to insert my feedback. God damn it. I need to eat something. I have a call here in an hour and a half. I don't think the guy's gonna... I mean, the guy might show. I don't know. It's hard to say. A show issue, dude. It's like... none of these contractors want to fucking work. Wait, what? Oh, shit. I gotta bounce.